Welcome, everyone. I am delighted to be part of this workshop. I'm also delighted that you can join us in this workshop, Illuminating the Path to ISO 15189 Accreditation, a practical approach to understanding and implementing ISO 15189 requirements in medical laboratories. My name is LD. I'm taking you through the workshop introduction. Now, this training will show how the international standard ISO 15189 can be transformed into a practical tool that can be used to manage quality and competence in the laboratory. ISO system is implemented as a tool for continual improvement and process standardization. Now, let us discuss the ISO 15189 international standard, starting with the word standard. What is the meaning of standard in this context? Well, a standard is a document that provides requirements, specifications, guidelines, or characteristics that can be used consistently to ensure that materials, products, processes, and services are fit for their purpose. Now, how about the word ISO? Is it an acronym? Well, ISO is not an acronym. It's a word chosen by International Organization for Standardization, and ISO is taken from the Greek word isos, meaning equal. Now, the three official languages of ISO are English, French, and Russian. Thus, the organization's name would have different acronyms in these three different languages. For this reason, it adopted the short name ISO, which is the same in every country. Now, let me read some excerpts from the introduction page of the standard, and let me put this up on the screen for you. I quote, "This international standard, based upon ISO IEC 17025 and ISO 9001, specifies requirements for quality and competence that are particular to medical laboratories." So please take note, these requirements are specific to medical laboratories. A section of the introduction page of the standards also talks about the essential role of the laboratory services in healthcare. And I quote, "The medical laboratory services are essential to patient care and therefore have to be available to meet the needs of all patients and the clinical personnel responsible for the care of those patients." A section of the introduction page also mentioned about the implication or meaning if a laboratory fulfills the requirements of the standard. And let me quote, "A medical laboratory's fulfillment of the requirements of the international standard means the laboratory meets both the technical competence requirements and the management system requirements that are necessary for it to consistently deliver technically valid results." End of quote. Now, I also want to quote what Dawson said in Navigating ISO 15189 2015, and I quote, "An ISO 15189 approach is patient-centered. Quality efforts are not performed to conform to a checklist, but instead to provide the highest level of quality for our patients." Now, I want you to remember this, that as we go through this workshop, we're not here just to comply with the requirements, but instead, we are here because we want to provide the highest level of quality for our patients. Okay, the training roadmap. The workshop is subdivided into four sections, QMS 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these are the four components also of an ISO-based quality management system. Now, QMS 1, management responsibility. So the responsibility of the laboratory management is to make commitment to quality and making quality management system a strategic goal. QMS2, that's resource management. So here, laboratory management must allocate and manage the resources needed for the quality management system and support its continual improvement. QMS3, the path of workflow. So the path of workflow is comprised of interrelated activities, the pre-analytical, analytical, and post-analytical. that transforms biological patient sample material into laboratory results and information. And QMS4, evaluation and continual improvement, the quality management data gathered and analyzed are used to implement appropriate action for continual improvement. Now, part of building a management system is defining requirements and processes according to the needs of a particular organization. So that is where ISO standards come in. These standards lay out the framework for creating a management system to address the needed control and requirements. This training will remove barriers using ISO 15189 as the framework. So let us remove the obstacles and illuminate the path towards quality in the laboratory. And that is our primary goal. Now, an outcome of quality is conformance to the requirements, which can lead to accreditation. Now, we are in this workshop because lab results matter to patient care.